This conference will now be recorded.
Yesterday we created a fields and then we created a field dependency, right? We talk about that, right? Okay. So today we'll talk about list view. Okay. The
I,
concept name is
sir,
sorry.
sir, once you create an app and I forget to add in a bunch of profiles, and can I still go back and add them, or once it is done and saved, it is done?
We can edit anytime.
I can edit anytime.
Yes, that we'll see in profiles.
Oh, okay, thank you.
So are you sharing the screen? Because I don't see the screen.
No, I've not shared. Let me share.
Oh, okay.
The list of topics also just now I emailed you. You can go through that. So let us log into our account. So the topic name is list view. Now, what is the use of this topic? Why we need to use this topic means. So let's log into our account. Oh. So now, so if you go to your table, okay, if you go to your table, so when you try to see the record here, we see only with employee name, right? Even though we have other details, okay, but we couldn't able to see. We have only with employee name, right? Okay. So let's say if I want to see with other details, okay, let's say we have employee name, the fields called designation, qualification, salary, right? With all those things, if I want to see, we can go with the list view. So by default, whenever we create a custom object, the custom object will get two list views. Okay. So one is a all, another one is a recently. One is an all, another one is a recently viewed. So we can also create a new list view. For example, if you want to check, go to the other standard tables. So here you see all the records, all the accounts, my accounts, last new this week, and new this week, platinum and gold customers, recently viewed customers, recently viewed accounts. So like that, so we have, so for example, you have an Excel file, okay, you store some data in Excel. So when you want to see some a particular data, let's say employee data or the customers, let's say we got some inquiries when we run the advertisement, we got some inquiries. Now those inquiries I want to see, okay, this week, let's say in the Excel I'm trying to store from last when I joined in the company, from the day onwards, I'm trying to store. So now I preferred, okay, I want to see the new inquiries which I created this week in the Excel. What I'll do, I'll put a filter, right? In Excel, we'll keep the filters, right? And we'll keep the conditions. So same here also, the list view also is the exactly same. So we have a data in the table, okay, and that data I want to see however I want with whatever fields that I want. So let's say in a table we have a 500 fields, okay. Consider Now when I try to see the data, I don't want to see with all the 500 fields. So I want to see with, let's say, only couple of fields which is really needed in that record. And I don't want to see all the records which are available in the table. I want to see only last month data and this month data, or last quarter data. Or I want to see with, let's say, for example, the inquiries got who's interested is about TVs, who want to buy a TVs, who want to buy a laptops. And I want to see the list of records who are coming from New Jersey City exclusively. Okay. So if I want to see on a data with a few columns and conditions with the filters, list view will help us. And to perform this list view, first of all, you need to have an object. In that, you need to have a fields. In that, you need to have a data records. Then only you can go ahead and perform the list view. Without records, without object, without fields, it's not possible at all. Okay. So that's why every topic is a link to each other. Okay. So we are not started talking about the object initially, right? We talk about the app, and then we talk about how to create an object. What is an object? Then we talk about the fields. Then we talk about the data yesterday and the field dependency. And today we are talking about the list view. So the idea to use a list view is to see the list of records, okay, in a proper way. So now if you go to this table, because we have standard object on that, we anyway we have the list views. And to perform this list view, we no need to go to setup. We no need to go to setup. Okay. So remember, to perform this list view, we no need to go to setup. So we can do from the app itself. So before we get into that, let's try to have the data in the table. So whatever we created, let's try to edit. I think so. We just created with only name. So rest of the details, let's try to fill up. So we can create a record and edit. So once you save the record, you will get when it is created and when it is recently modified. The timestamp also it will take. Okay. See. So I'm just trying to update the records. So are we able to follow what I am trying to say? So randomly I'm giving data. Save and new. Now save the record. Save. So now let's see how to create a list view. Okay. So to create a list view, as I told you, no need to go to setup. No need to go to setup from the app itself. So below new button, there is a small gear icon here. That is what list view controller. Select that. Click new. Okay. So now it is asking to select the list name. What is the list name that you want to do? So I'll say my records. Okay. Now who can see this list view? Who is going to be see this list view? Only you want to see, or all users can see, or you want to share with a group of users. Okay. However you want. Okay. Next. Okay. I want to share with the group of everyone. Okay. Save. So now select the list view controller. Select fields to display. Okay. So now you can see whatever the available fields in the object. Okay. On the left side, when you select an add, okay, on the right side, if you don't want, you can select and remove also. Okay, however you want. So here, just go to list view controller, select fields to display. I want to add a designation, employee ID, and date of joining, experience, qualification, salary, sales experience, employee ID, name, designation, qualification, or spin. Just spin this. Select the list view controller. Okay. If you want to have the same list view, you can just clone this one. So if you want to have the same list view, just clone. Instead of creating again, you can. Why means you don't want to disturb the current list view. You want to do some conditions by just make a copy. So you can do that. Okay. Now, so select the list view controller. You can rename. See, we can only rename the list name, not the API name. Okay. We can only rename the list name, not the API name. Cancel. Okay. Next. If you want to see the default view, you can pin this one. Default view means if we go to other table, if we come back here, you can see that as a default view. That's the reason. Okay. Now we can go with the sharing settings. Now who can see this list view? All the users. That also you can change. Okay. Means once you created this option also we can see. That also we can change. Okay. Next. So select the list view controller. Edit filters. Okay. We can put up a filter. So add filter. So you will get the fields on that you can write a filter. I'll say the list of users whose designation is equals to account executive, HR executive, marketing executive, sales executive. Done. So whose salary is equals to less than or equal to XR. No records. Three records are there. Okay. Okay. So like that you can put up the filter. If you want to add more filter, add more filter. Add filter log. You don't want remove all. Save. Now select the list view controller. Okay. Select fields to display. Now how many fields we can add, select and add. So you can display up to 15 fields. You can display up to 15 fields. So on the list view, maximum we can write 15 fields. Okay. The maximum we can write 15 fields. Now select the list view controller. If you don't want, we can delete. So if I delete, does the data is going to be deleted? No, the data still is there. Only the view, whichever you deleted, that will get deleted. Okay. The cloned one we deleted. Any questions still now?
Yes, sir. Please, can you repeat the way you were doing the filter with the salary?
So go to filter here, just click on filter here also, or else go to list view controller, select fields to display. So add filters. Okay. So add filter. Now you have to select the field called whichever you want to see. Okay. You have to select and then operator less than, greater than. Okay. Whichever you
Oh,
want. Okay. And then give the value
the
part.
value.
And
Oh,
then done. Save.
I see.
Okay.
Yes.
You don't
Okay,
want to
thank
remove
you.
all. Any other questions?
No.
No. So we can represent the data in a different format. This is a table format. So we can also represent in a table format, Kanban format, split view, table view, Kanban view, split view. So go to Kanban view. So you want to summarize. Let's say I want to summarize with the salary or only group by designation. Save. See now I see with the designation wise. Okay. With the designation, how many records are there? Okay. Like the designation wise, I am able to see. Okay. We can see. Now, let's say if I want to edit. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just generally I'll just select and edit, right? Okay. edit. So instead of edit like this, what you can do, you can just drag and drop. Okay, drag and drop. So it's a drag and drop model. Common settings. If I want to serve with a qualification wise, okay, like this. It's a drag and drop. So that particular column, whichever we group by, designation will get changed if you change. If you now split view. So split view means the list of records on the left side. So when we click the record, okay, the record details on the right side. Okay, this how. So however the customer prefer to see the data, he can. So he can see in a table view, Kanban view, and then split view. Now, so we can also refresh this view, and we can also use in an editor one by one column. This particular data we can represent in a pictorial format. We can represent in a pictorial format. This particular data, we can represent in a pictorial format. Okay. So how? Just click on this pie chart, show chart. Click new chart. I'll say demo something, or you can say as a text. You want to see with a vertical bar, horizontal bar, do not count. You want to aggregate with the sum, average, count, group aggregate by the designation, and group by qualification. Same. Same I selected. That's the reason it's not allowing me. Okay. Okay. Round one, delete. Next, the filter we have seen. Okay. So new means we can create a individual record at a time. If you want to insert bulk records at a time. Okay. Sorry, you want to create a bulk record at a time, we can go with the import. Change owner means we can change the record owner. Okay. Sorry. So printable view means we can take a printout of this record. Okay. Up to how many records, and then print. Okay. By using the local printer. Next. So with this, we are done with list view. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Okay. So now object limit. The concept name is object limit. So you no need to by heart this whatever I'm going to be tell. Okay. So what we can do here on a object, how many fields we can create? I told you that here, right? We can create 500 fields where you can check go to the object, any object, object limit. So you can have lookup filters active. 5 limit is 5. How much you used, how much we consumed, and any warnings. So validation rules active 100 you can have. This we'll see later. Okay, and just activate workflows, active workflows 50, approval process 500, custom fields how many we created 500, right? So 15 you can act. We created 15 but 500 we can create. 3% we use. And then relationship fields 400, sharing rules both owner and criteria base 300, sharing rules criteria base 50, total workflow rules 500, VLOOKUP functions 10. Okay, so like that, if you go to any standard object also, maybe options will be the same. Okay, maybe the list will get changed, but limit will be the same. Okay, see here also active lookup filters 5, active validation rules 100, workflow rules 50. Okay, approval process 500, custom fields 500, custom relationship field 40, roll up summary 25. See, roll up summary you are not seeing there, but here we have sharing rule both the owner and criteria base 300, sharing rules only criteria base 50, total workflow rules 500, VLOOKUP functions 10. Okay, so like that, Salesforce is giving validation like limits. Now, if you go with other check with other objects, okay, for example, customer is there. Go to object limit. See here the values got less, but still custom field means 500. The limit will be the same. Maybe uh, the limit of options will get changed. Okay, like that. Just have an idea about that. No need to buy heart. Just have an idea about that. Any questions till now? Any questions? Okay. So rest on a new topic, the page layouts. We'll start tomorrow. If you have any questions, you can we'll discuss.
Thank you.
Okay. See you tomorrow. Bye.